What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. As always, I'm your co-host Donovan Quick, and the Dolphins made yet another splash in free agency today, this time signing a center, Aaron Brewer from the Tennessee Titans. And this one was a little bit more surprising to me because I thought that they would try to find maybe a little bit cheaper of an option to fill in training camp until maybe we can re-sign Conor Williams. Conor Williams is a free agent, but his agent Drew Rosenhaus never ruled out a return for him, and he did say that he was going to wait longer in free agency before he signs with a team because he wants to know how his rehab is going, and that way teams can kind of like base it off of his workouts rather than, oh, you have a torn ACL, you're coming off of that, so we need to pay a little bit less than maybe we normally would. Now, we also have $18.5 million coming off the books after June 1st, so that, that's still not ruled out in my opinion. But we did sign Aaron Brewer to a 3-year deal worth $21 million, $7 million a year average, obviously. But the thing is, to me, so he was an undrafted free agent, was a starter for the Titans the past 2 seasons, didn't miss a single snap. So that's good, right? Finally, a healthy addition by Chris Grier. This one made a little bit less sense as I kept reading, though, because, look, Liam Eichenberg was a good, decent center, I should say, when he was towards the end of the season. The only thing was that whenever he was pass blocking, he got thrown on his ass. This guy's the same exact way. He's the 11th best center per PFF, ranked out of possible 36. Conor Williams was second. So, but if you look at his run blocking grades, he's 6th, 7th in the NFL. You look at his pass blocking grades, though, he's like in the 20s and 30s. And it's like, that's concerning to me, especially since, look, Tua's not the most mobile guy in the earth. And you also don't want someone that as soon as they stand up, they're going to get thrown on their ass, especially in the lap of the quarterback, especially when this guy's a pocket passer. So we don't want Tua to sit there and try to improvise too much. Now, look, we would love for Tua to improvise, but we don't want him to. We don't want to have him deal with having his offensive lineman thrown in his lap. Look, PFF had Brewer rated 7th as a run blocker, and he fits the Miami zone run scheme, the zone blocking run scheme. But he permitted 6 sacks last year, second most among centers, 34 pressures, third most among centers, and 622 pass blocking snaps. Williams had 1 sack and 6 pressures on 280. So it just, sample size is a little bit different, obviously. And look, he wasn't surrounded by necessarily good players on the Titans offensive line last year. So could he have been given too much to deal with? Possibly. But the good thing is that he's an actual center rather than a guard converted to center like Liam Eichenberg, like I think our backup last year was Rob Jones, or who was our 4th string guard. Like we were using guards as centers pretty much all of the last 2 years. Conor Williams also played guard, converted to center. And look, one thing that was also not ruled out is Conor Williams. Look, he can play guard. Like I said just now, he was converted from a guard and all-pro, Pro Bowl guard to a center who honestly was Pro Bowl level, all-pro level before he got injured last year. That gives me a little bit. We have $18.5 million coming off the books on June 1st. Conor Williams, tell me if we are not looking good in training camp. Tell me one reason why we don't be like, hey, Conor, how you doing, bud? You want to come back for the cheap, like the $8 million, the $10 million for 1 year, show people that you're still good, see how his market is. I know he wants a long-term contract. That seems to not be the direction the Dolphins are going in. But we just gave this guy $7 million per year, and Conor Williams is leaps and bounds better than him when he was healthy. Now, given we don't know how he's going to come back when he returns from the ACL injury, I'm not a big fan of this signing, mostly because of the pass blocking. I do think it'll work wonders in the run game, but the pass blocking does concern me, especially with Tua, who, look, maybe he becomes a little bit more mobile, but I don't want him to have to throw it in 2 seconds. I don't want him to have to go to his first read because he has to throw off his back foot if he throws any longer or waits any longer. I want this to be an efficient offensive line. Maybe it's a little much to ask for with our budget right now, but fingers crossed that Butch Berry works his magic. Look, he's a true center. Butch Berry, do your magic. Please turn this man into someone that's actually competent.